And we begin with the Central Bank of Nigeria, who has said its January the 31st, 2023 deadline for the validity of the old 200 Naira, 500 Naira, and 1,000 Naira notes remains. Now, the CBN Governor, Godwin Emefiele, announced this after the Apex Bank's Monetary Policy Committee meeting in Abuja on Tuesday. The CBN also raised the monetary policy rate, which measures interest rate, to 17.5%. Mr. Emefiele stated that kidnapping and ransom taking have reduced since the 3 banknotes were redesigned. He also said the time given for the swap of the old notes, Naira notes with new ones were enough for Nigerians to go to commercial banks and get new notes. The Apex Bank also launched a cash swap program nationwide to enable those in the unbanked areas to exchange their old notes for new notes before the deadline. The presidential candidate of the APC says he will prioritize education for the prosperity of the nation if elected as president. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu made this known at the party's presidential campaign rally in Abia State. Olawakon has details.
APC has taken its campaign rally to Abia State. The presidential candidate and some chieftains of the party landed at the airport in Owerri, where they were received by Governor Hope Uzodinma. They moved from there to Umuahia, where the people of Abia State were waiting to receive the message of renewed hope by Asiwaju Bola Tinubu and to see the Jagaban of Bogu. The crowd of supporters could not hide their joy as they cheered the party's presidential flag bearer as he alighted from the bus. Governor Hope Uzodinma and others charged the people of Abia State to vote all APC candidates. They say a vote for APC presidential flag bearer Asiwaju Tinubu is a vote for prosperity and progress in Abia State.
The decision you took to work together as a family, I must commend you. The beginning of my statement each time is reconciliation, reconciliation, reconciliation. Because it is only when we are united that we will be able to score the goal. So I want to thank you, particularly the retired generals. I've seen all of you in your numbers. We must be able to rescue Abia State before we can develop it. Only our votes can do it. Asiwaju, the incoming president, you have heard a lot of things about Abia. I am happy, despite the logistic challenges, you are here to see that APC is solidly on ground in Abia.
The crowd demonstrated their love for Asiwaju Bola Tinubu when he was invited to deliver his campaign message. The APC presidential candidate thanked the crowd for the support. He promised to bring the desired development in education, economy, and security to Nigeria if elected as the next president of the country.
Let me tell you, students, none of you will spend 8 years for a 4-year course any longer. The road is here.
As the election dates draw near, the APC campaign train is doing everything possible to visit every part of the country with a renewed hope message. It is expected that the people of Abia will act on the message received to vote for APC next month. Ola Awakon, TVC News, Umuahia.
We'll move now to Delta State, where the People's Democratic Party presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, has promised not to betray the Niger Delta region over what he described a continuous support for the party. The former vice president made this commitment in Asaba during the presidential campaign flag-off in Delta State. Ikenamichi has details.
Party supporters in their thousands are gathered at this venue for the presidential campaign rally of the PDP. The presidential candidate, his running mate, national chairman, and other party leaders make a grand entry amidst cheers. While commending the large turnout, the leaders charged the audience to canvass for votes from residents of the state.
For data, since we start this party, 1999, una never vote another party, not be so?
Now so, Delta State is aware of what this country is going through. And they know that the Atiku Okowa ticket is the only ticket that can rescue this nation.
These PDP governors insist former Vice President Atiku Abubakar is the only one that has what it takes to address the myriad of challenges confronting the nation at this time.
And we know that Atiku don't get a bongo experience as Vice President for 8 years. And the man, not be only for government, he carry get knowledge. This man don't get plenty knowledge for private sector. So he know how to handle Nigeria.
It takes somebody who has managed education. It takes somebody who has managed people to be able to manage Nigeria out of the situation we are today. Delta no dey carry last. And una don show say for Delta una go follow person wey sabi road. Not so?
Since 1999, the opposition People's Democratic Party has won presidential election in the South-South region, a pattern the party flag bearer wants to continue on February 25 poll.
Delta State has never failed me. And I want to promise you that I shall not betray the trust of Delta State, and in fact, the Niger Delta sub-region altogether.
The national chairman then presented flags to the various candidates vying for different positions. Earlier, Atiku Abubakar held a meeting with traditional rulers in Delta State at their secretariat in Asaba. Ikenna Amechi, TVC News, Asaba.
Now, there seems to be no end in sight regarding scarcity of petrol in Nigeria, as long queues reappears in different parts of the country, like Lagos. Abimbola Agbebi, who monitored the situation in Lagos, filed in this report.
Fuel queues in many parts of Lagos, Nigeria's commercial nerve center, very early in the morning. This has become a common sight in many parts of the state since the latest scarcity of premium motor spirits, PMS, otherwise known as petrol, started towards the end of 2022. Many wish the nightmare would go away. But this seemed to be far from happening as the problem lingered into the new year. Henry, a Lagos-based entrepreneur, looks devastated. He left his house at about 3:30 in the morning, only to meet a long queue at one of the fuel stations in Ikeja.
There was a time I slept here like twice. I came here, I thought that I even came early, not knowing that the queue will still have to form an L to this place.
Just like Henry, other motorists share their bitter stories.
I've not been sleeping. I slept around 12 and I woke up 4 o'clock just to meet up. And meeting up, I got here, look at where the queue is.
Even in the broad daylight, the fuel queues persist, causing traffic gridlock in various parts of the state. A quick stop at some fuel stations in Lagos showed that only a few still maintain the approved pump price of 175 Naira per litre. Now, for most of the fuel stations found dispensing, this is the situation. And for some Nigerians who appear to have lost hope, they say there is no end in sight to the lingering scarcity.
It's absurd to me. For us to be selling fuel at this price, it doesn't make sense at all. They should do something about the refineries so that our refineries can work.
With the rising fuel scarcity comes some ripple effect on the cost of living. Prices of food items are going up, so also is the cost of transportation, which has compounded the pains of commuters.
From the Ikeja bus stop to Ojodi is 400, which is not supposed to be so. Formally, here to Ojodi is 150. I want the government to work towards it so that we can be able to see fuel the way we are seeing fuel before.
Before, we were transporting these items at the rate of 500,000, 450,000 naira per truck. But now, it's 1,200,000 per each truck.
As Nigerians grapple with this ugly reality, they hope that the product will be made available to lessen the stress faced by citizens at endless fuel queues. Abimbola Agbebi, TVC News, Lagos.